next and last, not the last but the devices, is this router to configure, which is internet router connected to internet. It can be a firewall, by the way, in real world, but anyway, in our case we will configure router. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to assign IP here, and this side it will get IP automatically, and I need to put net, because when the traffic came it will net it to the single IP and they will push them to outside. That's what the edge router do. Yeah, so what we can configure, we need to change the name, we need to configure DNS, we need to assign IP addresses, we need to configure net, and that's it. So let's go to this router. Okay, nothing is configured here. Enable show running, so it's a blank device, nothing is configured, no interface. Okay, there is okay, they get automatically the other side, but nothing is configured beside that one. It's okay, and let's change the name first. Let me say internet router. Okay, and interface, what is the down interface? Is so fast Ethernet 0/0. So fast Ethernet 0/0, IP address 192.168.99.1, 255.255.255.0, and no shutdown. And 99.254 we assigned to layer 3 switch. Yeah, you remember this one, 0/3. And let's check out that, can we configure, can we ping that one? So let's go to ping 192.168.99.254, and let's see. Yes, I can ping. Now I need to go to the other interface, this one 1/0, which is connected to the internet. Simply interface 1/0 and type IP address DHCP. It will get IP automatically from there, and say no shutdown. And let's check out show IP interface brief. So still I did not get IP. Yes, now so I get this IP 114.119 automatically through DHCP, and this one we configure manually. You can assign static as well, by the way. Next thing, I need to configure DNS. IP name server 8.8.8. Next, I need to configure domain lookup so that I can ping by name as well, and do right. Let's check out I am reachable to internet or not. Ping 888, yes, and by name, yes, I can ping by name as well, because I say IP domain lookup. So by name I can do as well, yahoo.com. So this device is reachable, but I need to configure default route. I believe you will get default route automatically when you configure. So there is a default route, no need to configure. Yes, I'm going to configure just to show you the basic configuration first. So I need to configure default route to send everything to the internet 114.1. But because my interface is through DHCP, so it will do automatically. And when it's through DHCP, so it will give you 254. When you configure, so it's 1. But when you get through DHCP default route, so it is 254. You know what is 254? Yeah, means what administrative distance. Okay, so default route, no need. Last but not the least, we need a net pad. So let's go to interface 0/0 interface. The down one is IP net inside. Okay, this is my inside interface. Let me show you this one. I say 0/0 is my inside interface, and interface 1/0, I believe, the up one. Yeah, 1/0, and here I will say IP net outside. So interfaces are decide which is our inside and which one is our outside. Now we need to configure net. So what I can do for net, I need to create access list. So I say access list 1 permit 192.168.0/0 and 0 and I need to type 255 and 255. Let me see, it can cover all our subnets. Yeah, 192.168, 10, 20, 30, 40, 100, it will cover everything. So I say access list 1. You know net, yeah, no need to explain you. I don't know why I start to explain you. Next thing what I need to do, IP net inside source list, and list means the ACL which I configure as 1, and then I will say through interface, and which interface I have outside is fast ethernet 1/0, and I would say overload. You know overload, yeah, means pet. I want to configure pet, and that's it. So my net is configured. Show IP net translation. Nothing is there because we did not send anything. Now the question is, one last thing we need to configure. Let me save this one. Let me send traffic from here to internet. It's going or not from switch 2. So if I say ping yahoo.com, okay, from here it's going. It's okay because we are in the same subnet. Let's test from this server that I'm reachable to internet or not. Okay, so I already open here, so let me go from here. So IP config, my IP is 100.230 and gateway is 100.254, which is the VLAN IP, you remember? And I say ping 888. No. Why? The reason is we need to do one last thing to everything work. So when I send the traffic, it will come to switch 1. Switch 1 will send them through trunk to switch 2. Switch 2 is a layer 3 switch, show IP interface brief. And we have this a gateway for this all subnets. What they will do, because we have configure route, show IP route, it will send everything to this router. Router receive this traffic, show IP interface brief. This router receive the traffic and it will send them to the internet, because again there is a default route, show IP route. It will give it to 114. When traffic came back from 114 for internet access, so what the router will do? They will do nothing. They will discard them. They say, who gave you this traffic and you netted them? This is the traffic, take it. So last thing in router, we need to configure one route here. And I would say IP route. If anything coming for 192.168.0.0 subnet with 255.255.0.0, okay, give it to the layer 3 switch 99.254. Sorry, what I put around, okay, 2 IPs. Keep in mind you need to do this one. So I say whenever you receive a traffic for 192.168 and last 2 digits can be anything. It can be 10, it can be 20, it can be 30, it can be 40, and it can be 100. Give it to this layer 3 switch and do right. And let's go back to our this one and see this time again. And it's not reachable, so we need to check TTL expire and transmit, because it takes some time, I believe, to. Let's go back. What can the last issue? We need to check the net entry, show IP net translation. For some reason we don't have a translation. It's okay. And show IP interface brief. So we have 99 and IP is there, interfaces is up. And let's check out the route, show IP route. So we have 2 route. Oh, I put the wrong one. Static route, it give it to 99. Why I put this one? By mistake I put this one. So let me show running section IP route. It's 1 by the way, and it's showing me for some reason this one, which is wrong. That's why it's not working. I created this one, that whenever you are receiving traffic, give it to 192.168.99.254, but I did not put the other one. So let me remove them. Let's get like a DHCP, show IP interface brief. Yeah, my one interface is through DHCP and the other one is okay. They will take them automatically. Show running interface fast Ethernet 1/0 IPNet outside, and it's okay. And let me check this one, IPNet inside. So no issue here, and I believe it has to work. So let's go back, and for some reason its TTL is going to expire. So let me ping 192.168.99.254. so I'm reachable there, and it's going to 1 is reachable there. Ah yes, okay, got it. No, it's okay. We have already everything. That is layer 2 switch, no need to configure. If I go there, now the issue is, by the way, it has to be pinged, but by name it is not working. So if I go to my system here and properties, okay, and IPv4, so this one is wrong. Let me go to my first DNS is this one, 192.168.100.230, and then second one is 888. Okay, and gateway is correct, yeah, 100.254. okay, and next thing I need to do, ping 8.8.8. Next thing I need to configure, but by the way, by IP it has to work. So let me go to DNS here. I need to forward the traffic here as well. So let's go to DNS here. There is conditional forwarder, and we need to configure new entry. Suppose give them a name Google, and type here 8.8.8. I'm saying that if you don't have anything, give it to this IP, and let's see, it's, yeah, so it's not going to resolve. So it means there is an issue reachability here. So let's go back to our scenario and check where is the issue. So in the traffic is coming here to this switch, okay, and enable show VLAN brief. So VLAN has there, okay, and I'm connected to 0/3 interface 100, it's okay, and show interface trunk. So trunk is there, native VLAN is 100, okay, and it will send the traffic, and all VLAN are allowed. If it is not, then again it will be an issue. So no issue from this switch, no need a default gateway, it will send the traffic straight away here because this is our layer 3. So now coming to this one and show IP interface brief. So 100.254 is there, okay, 192.168.100.254. and last thing we need to check here, okay, DNS IP name server, I believe we already configured this one, and show IP route. So route is here, I need to verify it's okay, 000, whatever you have, give it to 192.168.99.1, and 99.1 is nothing but our router. So from here everything is okay. Okay, and now let's coming back here and let's try this one. So even our DNS is not working, it's, but it will work. Okay, let's try now. Okay, for some reason it's expired. By the way, it has to reachable. I can try from another PC. Switch to outside, and no, it will work. From switch to I try, it's working. There is a small issue, but I just want to figure out. So I am reachable to outside as well. And if I ping yahoo.com, so let's see. Okay. Okay, and let's try again. Sometimes this is cloud issue. Okay, I got it. So let's see. It's sending the traffic, but and then it stop. Okay, so this router is issue, and show IP net translation. Now it's coming translation. Okay, so there is a small issue. We need to disconnect this cloud, and you need to connect again, then it will start work. Sometime you will face this issue. Let me go back and let's check out ping 8.8.8. Yeah, so it's expired that issue. So let me go back, and what I can do, let me save this setting and start this. Stop. Okay, and let me remove this one. Okay, and let's connect again. Okay, and let's start now. So just wait a minute. When it starts, then we will see, because whenever this PC connect to any VLAN, it has to be reachable to internet as well, and also this server has to be reachable, because this gateway is this one, and here we configure to send everything here, and this one is sending everything there. So let's check out now. Okay, basically in this router, the one which they have, when you configure net, it's require more memory. So sometime you can face this issue, but configuration is okay. Whatever I configure, it has to work. Let's see, it's get the IP, yeah, 120. Okay, and now let's try from here again. Yeah, it's okay now. Okay, so now I'm reachable. Next thing, by IP it's okay, but now do you think internet will work? This is the last thing to verify. We need to check that it will work or not. This by IP, I know it will reach directly, but the issue will here. Let's go to yahoo.com. So let's see, it's working. Yeah, it's working. Maybe the DNS is on automatically, but it will not work. The last thing you need to do here, if it is not work, then you need to come to server manager, and you need to go to tool, and you need to go to DNS, because they will check everything here locally in DNS, and local DNS we don't have internet, yahoo.com. So what you need to do, you need to go to conditional forwarder. This one, either you can do right click here and go to properties, and there will be forwarder. Yeah, it's already there, it's okay, that's why. So you need to type this one, that if the local DNS don't have Yahoo or Google or whatever, forward to the 888. That's where the traffic will go out. So you need to care about this one. Conditional, if no need, if I check now, it will work, by the way. At that time, because it was not reachable, so it was not going to validate. Now it's okay, but forwarder is there, so it's okay. So keep in mind, if you are reaching by IP but not reaching by name, so you need to come here forward, and the forwarder has to be, then it will send them to root. Hence, you remember these 13 server, I know you forgot, so they will send them to here, and this way your PC will do internet access. Okay, so my server is his. If you want to test this one, let's try them, it will work. DNS, so let me put this one in any VLAN, this interface. So what was the interface? Is config interface E0/1 and switch port access VLAN 10. Let's put them in VLAN 10. So it will get VLAN 10 IP and also it will get access to the internet as well. So let's see that it's okay or not. It's better to test them. Later on, if it is not reachable, so it will be an issue because we will do many other things, so it will mix up. So now you get the idea how our topology is working and how everything is configured. So let me go there, log into this PC, and first we need to check IP address. It has to be from 10 range. It's get the old one because we configure them. So what you need to do, say release. Okay, now we put them in 10 again. It's the old IP, it will keep the IP and renew. This time it will get range 10 IP. Okay, it's 10. And now if I check it at 8, yeah, so it's working by IP. But what about by host name? So definitely it will work. It will go to our local DNS. Local DNS will say, I don't have yahoo.com, but I will forward your traffic to 888. Okay, so let me open a browser and let's see here, yahoo.com, and I hope so it has to work. Okay, so it's working. So we get the idea now. Okay, so our traffic is going through here now. It's get the IP from here, from the specific VLAN, because we have specific SVI here. Okay, and when you put them in VLAN 10, it will get the VLAN 10 SVI IP. If you put them in VLAN 20, it will get VLAN 20 IP automatically, because they have a tag to assign to the same SVI. What else you have a doubt? That's it. Later on we will when we configure ISE, so they will care about everything. They will not assign IP until they decide. And whatever decal is configured here, either dynamic VLAN, so they will put them in that VLAN automatically, this interface, which we will do later in the course. That's it. What else you can have a doubt? Nothing. Next time we will configure ISE1 and ISE2. We will make one as a primary, this one is a secondary, and later we will configure this one. Right now we don't need, but we will configure them and keep them aside. So when we reach to wireless section, then we will choose this one. What else? That's it. Yeah. Okay, so this how we can configure router for this purpose.